All right, fellas, I'm out in the garage here today with a finished product here. Believe it or not, after yesterday, I made a video um, showing how I put the liquid chrome on the script on the front of that hood of this '49 Merc, and man, I tell you what, it came out so great. It just kind of motivated me. And this morning, I got it here, and I got this sucker done, man. A little bit of history of this here. I bought this '49 Mercury Sedan. It's an AMT kit. I bought it at a small model show that I went to. It was my first model show that I ever went to. And I found this. I was kind of looking for the Revell, but there was a kind of limited supply of what I was looking for there. But I found this one, and it was an open box, but everything looked to be there. And everything was there, but I got a few surprises along the way, which we'll get into here. But and then I decided to I was gonna paint it this gunmetal X10 gunmetal. This is the to me it's acrylic paint. Of course, y'all know I use the acrylic paint, but I want y'all to look at this so I can get a good picture. Look what's in the paint. It's almost like it's got it's almost like a metallic or a mica. And boy, I tell you, I'm gonna put the lid back on this so I don't spill it. But anyway, we're going to show you here. The paint job come out in just a little funny looking to me, but in time I kind of grew to like it, and a lot of you fellas said leave it as is, and some said put it in a purple pond, and anyway, I opted to go ahead and keep it. What the heck, But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good, and I opted to put also the 340 cubic inch engine in it, because the story behind this is the old boy that's driving this car. He's working at a local filling station and just trying to make ends meet. And this is back in 1954, and this old boy's trying to get this car going. The reason I picked that year, because that's the year I was born. But he bought this car from an old fella and stuck that 340 cubic inch in there, and trying to make it a little bit of a sleeper out of it back in the day, and keeping her kind of stock, and slipped some white wall tires on there, and I think he got her looking pretty good, and it cruises down the road pretty good. So let's take a look here and see how she turned out, fellas. All right. Now you can see the color. The color it grew on me really quick. Not just because it's a gray. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see in the paint. You can see those particles that were in there. They kind of, every time I'd spray this, I'd get a different pattern across here. So, and I mixed that paint really well. But anyway, fellas, I think I got the stance looking pretty good. This kit did not come with white wall tires, but I found some in a parts box, and they turned out pretty good. I like to have a little bit wider white walls, but these turned out pretty good, I guess. All the trim is bare metal foil. The back glass, the glass in this kit, the quarter panels and the back glass, it was a one-piece glass, and it was shattered. So I had to make my own, which I had some sheet styrene here, and I just made my own. So it turned out pretty good. And these rear lights, let me show you here. From the help of you fellas leaving me comments, I was told that this kit here had the optional '49 Mercury taillights, and they did. It did. That kit had it, and there they are. Turned out pretty good. I like them. I think they turned out pretty good, because the ones that come in the kit, they were just the red only. There was no frame around them. I don't know, just didn't care for them. Some of you guys told me to rip those fender skirts off there. I kind of like the way they look. I think they look pretty cool. I didn't do any of the trim up here. I just did the wing windows and the two chrome strips here. This one on the middle of the body, and then the one up here that goes along bottom of the windows. I think it just looks pretty cool that way. And I got the little bird up there. It looks pretty cool. And boy, got me a little black wash on the grill there, and I just love the way that those letters came out using my stamping process with the eraser on a brand new pencil and Molotov liquid chrome. Just came out fantastic. I just really like it. Everything up here, all this was all bare metal foil. Did the wipers in bare metal foil. Can't see too much of the inside, but the seats are kind of a two-tone gray. And of course I hit the, see if we can get inside there. It's not gonna let me. Not gonna let me. All right, anyway, it's two-tone gray. I kind of like the way it looks. Kind of gives it more of a stock look to me. Fellas, give me a minute here. I'm going to open the hood up in the trunk and we'll take a look inside there. Give me a minute, fellas. All right, fellas, I'm back. The hood is off and I got the trunk propped up. I was going to try and prop that hood up, but it just doesn't open up wide enough to kind of look down in there. So, hell, I just took it off. I got the trunk propped up, though. Let's take a look in the trunk here. The old boy's running a spare tire in there, just old stock spare tire. And he's got his jack and some tools in there. And that's about it. I think that turned out pretty good. The way that the way that deck lid hinges per the instructions, that's how I did it, and it turned out really well. I was gonna put me a tube up there, cut the back piece of that interior pan that held those hinges in place. I was gonna cut that off and put me a tube up there, but it just didn't want to hinge all the way down properly. So I worked with this a little bit and got it working great. So I'm happy with the way it came out. I think it looks pretty good. Now here's the old, let me get up here a little bit. All right, here's the old 340 cubic inch. Nothing fancy. I wired the engine. There's the heater box right there. I put the horns up front up there. The old boy had to shoehorn this 340 cubic inch in there. I modified that radiator hose. It just wasn't long enough to go down to the block, so I had to make me a piece to go in there to help that out just a little bit. But it turned out pretty good. I think it turned out really nice. But fellas, that's the AMT 49 Mercury Sedan. I think it came out pretty good. Excuse me, I really like that body style. I think that body style just looks killer. I'm gonna slip the hood back on here, and the hood fits really well on this. I just dig the way this car looks, the body style and everything. I just think it looks pretty cool. Could I have hot rodded it? Yeah, probably so. But you know, sometimes I just like doing the stock things and kind of making a few changes here and there. But this old body style looks good stock, so I just left it the way it was. Except for the only thing that's different is the tires and the engine. That gives me a spare flatty to work with now. I can use that on something else. So down the road somewhere. I've been wanting to do a I don't know. I at one point I saw at a car show one time a Ford. I think it was I don't remember what it was. It was a small Ford tractor, but it had a Ford flatty in it, V8. And he every now and then, you know, about every half hour or so, he'd fire that thing up. And boy, I tell you what, it sounded really sweet and kind of got the juices flowing. And I thought about making a model of one of those. I just haven't found the right. I think it was an 8N tractor, Ford tractor is what it was. But I just haven't found the right one. Those tractors that I've found, the bodies on them are kind of small, and I think the flatty is just a little bit too oversized for it. So anyway, that's just something that's in the back of my mind. So yeah, I think it's come out pretty good. I'm pleased with the. I'm glad I left the color the way it was. It looks good. I don't know if we can stand up here and see the way this paint came out. You can see in the top there. See how that just the colors just change. And boy, I tell you what, I mixed that paint up as best I could, and sprayed it on pretty heavy, but I just could not get it to lay down evenly. Don't know. Haven't got the slightest clue. All right, fellas, I don't want to bore everybody anymore here, but I think the 49 Mercury came out looking pretty sharp, and I'm pleased with it, and I hope you fellas like it, and I think we're going to end it right here. That's it.